Good day, sir. By the way, my name is Haneen F. Lingasa, the presenter of Group 5, The Contemporary Religions of the World. My topic is all about regionalism and also to differentiate between globalization and regionalization. So first is, what is regionalism? It is a political ideology that focuses on the interest of a particular regions, group of regions, or other subnational entity. Next is, what is the relationship between regionalism and globalization? So regionalism is emerging today as a potent force in the process of globalization. So when we say regionalization, it is the process of dividing an area into smaller segments called regions, and it is usually refers to market-led integration and is often used in contrast to globalization to indicate a world with a stronger regional focus. So the European Union is a unique economic and political partnership between 28 European countries that together cover much of the continent. So it was created in the aftermath of the Second World War. The first steps were to foster economic cooperation, the idea being that countries who trade with one another become economically interdependent and so more likely to avoid conflict. So in 1951, six countries founded the European Coal and Steel Community. So first is Belgium, second is Germany, third France, fourth Italy, fifth Luxembourg, and sixth is Netherlands. But over time, more and more countries decided to join. The Union currently counts 28 European Union countries. As of 2019, the United Kingdom remains a full member of the European Union, and rights and obligations continue to fully apply in and to the United Kingdom. So the concept of regionalism is more of a policy perspective that focuses on the importance of regional and promotes regional cooperation. But as of 1st on February 2020, the United Kingdom is no longer part of the European Union. So the one example of regionalization here is in the US, the perceived difference between Southerners and New Englanders. So we're moving on to differences between regionalization and globalization. So in globalization promotes the integration of economies worldwide, while the regionalization tends to oppose integration and bring divisions. Second is, in globalization, there is a free market and opportunity to trade internationally, but the regionalization promotes monopolization. In globalization tends to propel multiculturalism, but regionalization creates boundaries in distinctive cultures. In globalization, a community can help others worldwide, but in regionalization, regionalized system might choose not to get involved in foreign matters. In globalization led to advanced technology because of sharing ideas, while the regionalized system tends to lag. Is between regionalization and globalization. Number one is social drivers that can either unite or divide people. Second is use in politics, society, and economies rather. Third, have led to the removal of certain traditions and cultures in society. So if you're going to ask, is the regionalization are synonyms or similar with globalization? The answer is no, because regionalization as a trend of global development means that globalization influences regionalization. That could be all, and thank you for listening, sir, and God bless.
Good day, everyone. My name is Physician S. Lemente. and I will be the one to report in Group 5 with entitled The ASEAN. So, what is in the ASEAN? So, it's founding a Buddhist Thai, a Christian Filipino, two Muslims, and Labs were the leaders who got together to form ASEAN. Or Streetness of 2017, despite the historical, geographical, and cultural diversities and adversities experienced by each country in the region. So the Association of Southeast Asian Nations or ASEAN was born in August 1967 with a dream of fostering peace and political and economic stability in the region. ASEAN was established in Bangkok with the signing of the ASEAN Declaration by the five foreign ministers of Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand. So, on August 8, 1967, the five leaders of the foreign ministers of India, Malaysia, the Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand sat down together in the main hall of the Department of Foreign Affairs building in Bangkok. Thailand signed a document by virtue of that document. The Association of Southeast Asian Nations or ASEAN was born. The five foreign ministers who signed it: Adam Malik of Indonesia, Narciso R. Ramos of the Philippines, Ton Abdul Razak of Malaysia, and S. Rajaratnam of Singapore, and Thanat Kuman of Thailand, would subsequently be hailed as the founding fathers of probably the most successful intergovernmental organization in the developing world today, and the document that they signed would be known as the ASEAN Declaration. Today, the Invasion Asian community is exposed in its initiatives for integration that aim: number one, to accelerate the economic growth, social progress, and cultural development in the region through joint endeavors in the spirit of equality and partnership in order to strengthen the foundation of a prosperous and peaceful community of Southeast Asian. So Asian nations, and to promote regional peace and stability through abiding respect for justice, and the rule of law in the relationship, stability through abiding respect for justice, and the role of law in the relationship among countries in the region, and adherence to the principles of the United Nations Charter. And so early in August 1967, the five foreign ministers spent 4 days in the relative isolation of a beach resort in Bang's End, a coastal town less than 100 kilometers southeast of Bangkok. They are negotiated over the document in a decidedly informal manner, which they would later delight in describing as sports shirt diplomacy. Yet, it was by no means an easy process, for each man brought into the deliberations a historical and political perspective that had no resemblance to that of any of the others, but with goodwill and good humor, as often as they huddled at the negotiating table, they fitnessed their way through their differences as they lined up their shots on the golf course and traded wisecracks on one another game style.
Good day everyone, I am Shiela as Leonardo, and I will continue to report the topic about the ASEAN. Regionalization in Southeast Asia began through the Bangkok Declaration, when along with Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, and Thailand. The Philippines is among the founding fathers of ASEAN, or the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. which was established in 1967. Today, ASEAN has 10 member states, including Brunei Darussalam, Vietnam, Laos PDR, Myanmar, and Cambodia. ASEAN was founded to promote regional cooperation in Southeast Asia in the spirit of quality and partnership, and thereby contribute towards peace, progress, and prosperity in the region. Since its founding in 1967, series of agreements or regionalism were entered into by Asian states, leading to the creation of Asian Community, which embodies regional integration and cooperation in the Southeast Asia region. The community itself is comprised the three pillars of ASEAN. First, Asian Political Security Community. Second, Asian Economic Community. Third, Asian Socio-Cultural Community. Three pillars of ASEAN. These are the most crucial areas deemed necessary for the progress and evolution of ASEAN and its people. First, Asian Political Security Community or APSC Blueprint. The APEC Blueprint promotes political stability, democracy, and good governance among the member of countries. It also contains the promotion and protection of human rights and fundamental freedoms to enhance political development. As the role of law, human rights is addressed as a rule-based community of shared values and norms. Under the APSC list of specific action are to be undertaken by Asian member states to promote and protect human rights, including the rights of migrant workers, the rights of women and children, and other civil society organizations, as well as to education and public awareness on human rights. Another characteristic under a cohesive, peaceful, and resilient region with shared responsibility for comprehensive security involves important human rights issues relating to trafficking in persons and counterterrorism. The APEC Blueprint also suggests strengthening criminal justice, responses to trafficking in persons, and enhancing cooperation to combat people smuggling. Number 2. Asian Economic Community or AEC Blueprint. The AEC Blueprint fosters equitable and stable economic development on a global level. It includes establishment of a single market production based on regional competitiveness. Single market and production base. Free flow of goods. Tariff and non-tariff barrier, NTB, elimination, synchronized external trade, tariff alignment. Customs integration, standard and technical barriers to trade. Free flow of services. Full market access and national treatment. Remove substantially all restriction on trade and services. Mutual recognition arrangement or MRAS on professional services, professional exchange. Free flow of investment. All industries and services incidental to these industries to Asian investors. Transparency, streamlined procedures, avoidance of double taxation, joint promotion. Free flow of capital. Relax capital control measures on intra-Asian portfolio investment. Harmonize capital market standard, facilitate market-driven efforts to establish exchange and leave market linkages. Free flow of skilled labor. Remove discrimination on employment. Harmonization of standards in education and training EMRA on vocational training. Priority Integration Sectors or PIS. Conduct a biannual review to monitor status, progress, and effectiveness of the PIS roadmaps to ensure timely implementation. Identify sectors-specific projects or initiatives through regular dialogues or consultation with stakeholders, particularly the private sector. A. Food, agriculture, and forestry. Enhance trade and long-term competitiveness of Asian food, agriculture, and forestry products. promote cooperation with international and regional organizations and the private sector. B. Competitive economic region develop a competitive policy, strengthen consumer protection, regional cooperation in intellectual property rights or IPRS, regional cooperation in infrastructure development, complex network of bilateral agreements on avoidance of double taxation, promote electronic commerce or e-commerce. C. Equitable economic development. Accelerate the development of small and medium-sized enterprises or SMEs. Enhance the Initiative for Asian Integration or IA to narrow the development gap. D. Integration into the global economy. Achieve the coherent approach towards external economic relation, including its negotiation for free trade area or FTAs and comprehensive economic partnership or CAP agreements. Enhance participation in global supply networks. And third, Asian Socio-Cultural Community or ASCC Blueprint. The AECC Blueprint establishes a socially responsible Asian community with the view of achieving as well as building a sharing and a caring community to fill the gap at the country level. The goal of ASCC Blueprint is to enhance the well-being and provide equitable access to human resources. It calls for access to primary health care of the vulnerable groups or group at risk. This is line with the Declaration of the Right to Development by the UN General Assembly on December 4, 1986. Three objectives are set to achieve the ASCC Blueprint: advancing and prioritizing education, investing in human resource development, and promotion of decent work. Asian Community Political Security Blueprint: role-based, shared norms and values, cohesive, peaceful, stable, resilient with shared responsibility, dynamic and outward-looking. Economic Blueprint: single market and production base, competitive economic region, equitable economic development, integration into global economy. Socio-cultural blueprint: human development, social welfare and protection, social justice and rights, environmental sustainability, Asian identity. Asian Charter: one vision, one identity, one caring and sharing community. These pillars in turn promotes greater integration in the region. The so-called Asian integration is stated through the Asian Vision 2020 by the Asian leaders who envisioned the region as concert of Southeast Asian nations, outward-looking, living in peace, stability, and prosperity, bodied together in partnership and dynamic development, and in a community of caring societies. And that's the end of my topic. Thank you and God bless everyone.